Hello geographers, so in this video I'm going to share with you the 3 new resources that we've got added into the GTB Vault. I've chosen to focus on 3 countries. We're going to be looking at Russia, Vietnam and Iran. Now before I do, I just wanted to take this opportunity to let you know about 2 different things. Firstly, over the summer I will close just for a short period, just for a couple of weeks, so that I can add some new resources into the membership. So I'm actually going to be putting sort of full schemes of work, and I'm hoping to build up so that we eventually have 3 years worth of schemes of work for Key Stage 3. The other thing I'm hoping to add is some sort of community forum. I'm not quite sure what that's going to look like yet and how exactly people might want to use it, but those are 2 main features that are going to be coming over the next few months. I just want to reassure you though of 2 things. When I close it to new members, you will still continue to get access to the Vault as normal. So there'll be no issues, particularly those of you in the Southern Hemisphere that need to continue teaching throughout August when we're on holidays. You will still get access to the Vault. The second thing to make absolutely clear, whatever price you are currently paying for your membership, that will not change for as long as you're a continuous member. So my plan is to put the price up slightly in September to reflect the fact that we're going to have new resources coming in. But whatever you're paying at the moment, that's what you will continue to pay. So just wanted to reassure you quickly about that. The second thing I just wanted to very briefly mention is you'll notice on the website there is a new navigation bar, which I'll just show you in just a moment. But it's very simple. It's still the same website, still the same access to things. It might just make it slightly quicker for you. Okay, so let's get cracking. I'll just reduce myself down, hopefully, if I can. Okay, so the first set of resources are linked to Russia. There is already a Russia video clip in here, but this one takes a different angle, so I'll explain that more in just a moment. So this lesson is in the countries and regions module. And if I just click on this one, it's called Does It Have a Geography Problem? And it's very much linked to the Tim Marshall book, Prisoners of Geography. And it talks about whether geographical features have hindered or helped Russia in the past in terms of its expansion. So you've got the usual sort of question and answer sheet that goes alongside it. Now it is quite short, it's only about a 10-minute video clip, but there's so much information that's crammed into this. I think stopping and starting it is going to be really important in order to discuss some of the key ideas on there. Now, to guide students through it, the activities that I'm suggesting here maybe get students to think about their initial perceptions of the country, what sort of things they already know. And then once you've watched the video clip will be to go on to look at how developed Russia actually is as a country, looking at different factors like GDP and HDI. Now, one possibility for taking it further would be to do a guided reading task. So if you've got access to the chapter on Russia in the Prisoners of Geography book, this would be a useful activity to do. You could set the 10 questions that are here, maybe as a homework task for students to go away and do. And then I've put the answers to that as well. So hopefully that will make it nice and straightforward so that students can either mark their own or mark each other's and make life easy for you, hopefully. Okay. So that's the first lesson, all about Russia. The second lesson I thought I'd show you that I've added in this month is all about Vietnam, but I feel like it's more appropriate to go into the economy module. And that's because this is basically Simon Reeve following the coffee trail through Vietnam. And what's interesting is that the vast majority of our instant coffee that comes here in the UK is from Vietnam. So this is a really useful video clip really to kind of show that journey from bean to cup effectively. So this video clip unfortunately is only available on BBC iPlayer and ClickView. So I'm aware that means not everybody that has access to this will be able to get that video clip. However, I hope a few of you may well be able to get it from ClickView as well. So for this one, you've got your question and answer. It's a longer one, this one. I feel like it's about 50 minutes. I think I forgot to put that on there, but I think it's about 50 minutes or so. So you might want to span it across the 2 lessons. And obviously it's got Simon Reeve's wonderful way of communicating and getting the key points across, which I think is really good. So the lesson starts with mapping whereabouts in the world the vast majority of our coffee is produced. And then once you've watched the video, you might want to do some sort of sorting technique here, getting the students to basically think about the key stages in the coffee trail and then to create a storyboard alongside that. So I would simply just get the students to number those in the correct order and then to draw some images to go alongside them on the storyboard. Now for the follow-up tasks, Simon at the end of the video clip talks about the sustainability of the Vietnam coffee industry. At the moment, it's very much focused on producing the Robusta coffee bean, which is not such a good quality bean as some of the ones found around the rest of the world. And so it talks about how sustainable that dependence is. And this would perhaps be an opportunity to look at fair trade and what the country could do to kind of improve the sustainability of the industry in the future. Okay, so that's the lesson on Vietnam. If I just show you the final one then, which is back to the countries and regions module. I know a lot of you sometimes struggle to find resources about the Middle East, but with that being part of the national curriculum, obviously we're all trying to include representation of those countries there as much as possible in Key Stage 3. I really enjoyed this video clip. And so this one, it's all about kind of challenging that perception about Iran. So what I've done for the lesson that goes alongside it is really getting students to think about some of the things that put across about Iran. Obviously, lots of people just think Middle East, desert and so on. But it's also about some of the unusual rules and regulations that are in Iran, which are very different to what many of our students may well experience. So it gets the students to think about what is legal or not legal in Iran, first of all, what their impressions are of the country, whether they would like to visit, and get them to think about those initial perceptions of the country. Then obviously watch the video. This one's about 40 minutes and it dives into detail really about the sort of mountain communities across the country and all the different varied landscapes and cultures that come alongside that as well. So it's absolutely fascinating. And so the follow-up activities is to get them to review, following the video, how they now feel about Iran and what their thoughts are on visiting the country. And then finally, it's looking at climate zones across Iran and the potential issues that might cause in terms of water scarcity. So again, there's another follow-up task here as well, that you can start kind of bringing in the issues of water scarcity and the water crisis in the Middle East and how Iran is trying to tackle that. So there's a task there that's linked to that article as well. So hopefully lots of things there to get your teeth into as we're hurtling towards the summer. But as ever, if there's any issues, anything that I've missed or anything you can't get hold of that I've put on there, please just send me an email. It's nicola@thefearlessfrogltd.com. And that's it for now. Take care. Bye-bye.